when consuming any business advice, I always think of it kind of like this bucket of chicken here. I'm not going to eat everything in it. There's going to be some bones and gristle, and if the chicken's not cooked how I like, I'm not going to eat it all. So, think about, any business advice that you get. Think of who's giving it to you. If the business advice is coming from your broke brother-in-law, or someone who doesn't have a business, or someone, who's failing at a business, maybe you probably shouldn't listen to them. But, if you do think for yourself, you can even take that advice and weigh it out to see what would work for you and maybe what not to do to save you from going down the same road that they have. So, when it comes to chicken, I'm picky. I want mostly white meat. I don't want dark, and I don't like the gristle and all that, and the skin has to be cooked just right. But, I've known people that would just eat it all, gristle and all, and gnaw the bone and even break it open and suck the marrow out of it. I guess, each their own, but that's kind of gross to me. But, any business content, just make sure you're thinking for yourself. Don't fully consume everything. Even as you look at my stuff, I'm going to say some good stuff, and I'm going to say some stuff you're going to be like, all right, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But, I don't want a follower. I want someone who can think for themselves. So, any advice that you get, think of, this bucket of chicken, and only take what's going to be best for you.